Assalamu alaikum. My name is Bilal Zahid and I am here to present the project of my FYP, which is Analytica.iot, along with my group member Amir Afzal, who has roll number SP17BCS018 and my roll number is SP17BCS050 and our supervisor name is Dr. Suhail Azir. So the main purpose of our project is to unify the data coming from connected IoT devices, as they are scattered and there is no such platform that can collect all the data and display it in a single unified manner. So, and the other main purpose of our project is to analyze the data and do useful analytics so business decisions from these devices data can be taken easily, and these devices data can be actually converted into information which can be very useful. So main problem statement of our project is the underutilization of data and the lack of analytics. So the main modules of our devices are device configuration and settings, which is Raspberry, which is application installed on the Raspberry Pi to collect the data from the sensor on its pin and send it to our backend so it can be processed. Data visualization, which is from data widgets, which is showing the data coming from the sensor in the form of graphs and different useful data widgets. User management is the updating and creation of and login sign up management of users. Data extraction and transformation is the module in which we extract the data from our backend, convert it into a form which can be useful to our machine learning models and get our result. Pre-processing is the vital steps in any machine learning application, so the data can be in the form in which it is applicable to the machine learning model. Use cases are industrial use cases, in which the use cases are logistics, smart home and office, retail and agriculture. Triggering event, in which we generate notification to alert the user if a threshold of sensor data has passed, either it is less, greater or equals to some threshold value. Reports are daily, weekly or monthly reports which can be generated from the sensor data to be sent to the user's email so he can get periodic information about his devices. So the major limitation of our system is the domain of our use cases. Since our use cases are defined, therefore our system cannot operate outside the domain of the defined by the use cases. So the tools and technology which we are using in our systems is mainly React and Node.js. The backend is based on Express using the database of MongoDB. All the programming is done on MS Visual Studio Code, and the machine learning application is done on Python, which runs on a separate web server of Django. So I think the brief overview of the project is complete, and let's take you to the demo of the project. So as we can see, this is the main home screen in which the user sees when he first opens the object. He will see the summary of all the sensor data, in which the critical information which the user requires users immediate attention is displayed, such as the farm, which environment is now which now is in risk of disease, so the user is immediately informed to take necessary action. And then there is the happening now portion, in which we show the summary of all the devices data, such as the farm and the truck which is on its route. Similarly, information in which if we have derived useful analytics from our devices, so it comes in here so he can use it. So the next part which I did is in actions, in which we define user notifications. We can set a sensor to a value or less or greater. We can set a recipient, and we can set our action, which is email or phone number, and we can add our actions from here. Beacon the next part is the use cases, in which my part is from logistics. So whenever we open logistics, we see that the trucks which are in the route, and then when we click view details, we see the trucks, and its main part is the packages conditions, because We can have logistics which can be sensitive towards conditions such as insulin and certain medicines. So we see the packages condition. Different packages are represented by code, their temperature, their humidity, which is of course important to any sensitive logistic payload. Here we can see the truck location, in which we see where is the truck in its route, and now here we see the truck conditions, in which certain variables about the truck, such as its engine temperature, oil temperature, tire pressure, and ambient temperature around the truck is shown, because this is important and should be reported to the owners of the truck. Also, similarly, we saw a notification on the main screen. This is generated from here because we saw that the tire pressure has exceeded the safe limit. So from here, my group partner Amir Afzal will take my place and will show you the rest of the project, and also what has to be done.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Amir Afzal and I will take on from here on. So one of the modules I implemented was data widgets. So what do the data widgets basically do? The data which is coming from your sensors, basically your IoT devices, are represented by different widgets. Here you can see we have multiple widgets. You can select any of the widgets. We have a bar graph, a pie chart, area graph, and multiple other widgets like a gauge, humidity chart. You can select your widget, select your corresponding device and the corresponding sensor, and you can add the widget. And all these widgets will be displayed on your dashboard. These widgets are highly customizable. By that I mean that you can drag these widgets, you can drag and drop them on your dashboard, you can resize your widgets, and along with that you can also download the data. Now there are three ways in which you can download the data. One is the CSV format, in which you can open the data in an Excel file. Then we have two PNG and SVG formats, in which you can basically download the graph itself. So these modules are these widgets are basically there to have an insight, a quick insight of what your data basically represents. For example, if the temperature is high, so instead of getting the reading, you can see with the widget that the temperature is high. You can check the humidity, you can check the moisture. Other than that, you can monitor all of your devices. You can check through the system that which devices have been installed, have been registered, and you can also check the corresponding sensors associated to your device and the values coming from them. Now one of the major modules I implemented was the agriculture use case. So basically you can see this is the agriculture dashboard. It is showing your there are 3 farms currently having 3 different sensors: temperature sensor, humidity sensor, pH sensor, having different values. So what we can do now is we can use these values in a meaningful way. How? I have used these values to make a prediction that what are the best suitable crops, vegetables and fruits for your soil based on these values. For these I have used machine learning models. In particular, I have used classifiers. Let's check this out. So this is basically the farm report, the environmental conditions. Along with this map shows your installed devices. Then we have some statistics which shows the rise and fall of temperature, humidity and pH. Now this is basically the core implementation of this use case. Now based on these incoming values, we have a number of predictions. Now the values, basically the classifier tells you that these are all the possible fruits that can grow on your soil based on the values. The first picture represents the best fit, and the other images represent all the possible fruits and vegetables that can grow better on your soil. So we have fruits, vegetables, and we have other crops. Other than that, we have other module that I implemented was the user management module, in which the user can edit their credentials. They can edit their full name, email and phone number. Apart from that, I have created a Django server. You can see this is my Django server, which I have used to deploy my machine learning models. I have created I have used basically a decision tree classifier because it has proved to have an accuracy greater than 85% for 3 of my different data sets. I have made all these data sets myself. I have gone through different research papers, articles, physical visit to NARC to collect this data. So I have basically performed classifiers, both multi-label classifier as well as one-to-many multi-class classifier. Apart from that, I have performed clustering in order to predict the risk. This is done to analyze risk assessment. The result of the clustering can be seen from here. This graph basically shows there have been 4 clusters have been made. One represents low risk, one represents medium risk, one represents high risk, and the fourth one represents no risk. From these data points we can analyze. It clearly shows that when the pH becomes higher than 7.5, or when the temperature rises to about 80 degrees or above, then the chances of risk are higher, whereas when the pH is either between 6 and 7, the chances of risk are very low, or there is no chance of risk. Because what happens is that the ideal range for growth of any vegetable or fruit is between 4.5 and 7.5. Below it, either the soil becomes too acidic, or above that the soil becomes too basic. So for now, these are all the use cases we have implemented. We have 2 other use cases as well, which we will implement in the future, which is the retail and smart office. So stay tuned, and thank you very much.